Hi guys, Rachel from RK Ribbon Designs here, and I'm going to be showing you another fun, quick and easy tutorial for a pick for your Christmas decor. And we're going to be making this fun mesh tubing flower, and it could be made in any color that you want. I'm using the tubing that I got from Burlap and Bling Decor and pipe cleaners that I got from Burlap and Bling Decor. So if you use the code RK10, all caps, you can save 10% on your purchase there off of anything you purchase there. So first we're going to be using, they have 20-inch, which I love, 20-inch pipe cleaners. So I have it in the red and then the lime green. And what we're going to do with those is we're going to actually just take it. Usually when I use like the 12-inch ones, I'll have to use 2 at a time. But because these are longer, I'm just going to use the one. And then I just fold it in half. I'm going to pinch it right at that halfway point. Then I'm going to flip it over. And then I'm going to like separate the two. And then I'm going to take it and then I'm just going to twist them together. So the reason why I do this is because it makes the pipe cleaner stronger. So when you put it in the tubing, it's going to have a little more support than if I just left, just did like half of the pipe cleaner or just did like one 12-inch pipe cleaner. So I just feel like they're a little stronger this way. They're not so flimsy. So I'll do the same thing. And I'm going to do 3 of each color. So you only need 6 pipe cleaners. So you'll need 3 green and 3 red. And we'll just twist it. And then once we have them all twisted, I have the other ones already done. Oh wait, I need one more green. Then we're going to take our mesh tubing and then we will just put these inside of the mesh tubing, and then we will easily be able to create the flower. So there's so many different things you can be doing with like the mesh tubing, with the pipe cleaners, that you probably already have this stuff on hand, especially if you're like a wreath maker. So you can, if you're like, I need something to match my wreath and I just don't have it. These are fun ways that you can do that. And it's inexpensive. So right now I'm going to be using, this is red, like a foil, and then this one's like green with tinsel. So you're just going to pull some out. And then all you're going to do is you're just going to take your pipe cleaner, and I'm just going to feed it right inside of the mesh tubing here. And then we're going to cut it. And then you're going to do that with all 3 pieces of each color. And they should slide in there pretty easy. Sometimes I have to push it and kind of like to kind of feed it in a little easier. And I'll show you what I mean. So like as I push it in, I'm going to push it in. And then sometimes I'll kind of like push this down to make it a little thicker. And then I fold it up. So I'll push this up and then I pull it. So it kind of just gives it a little, you have a little bit more control. And then you'll just go ahead and cut it. So all of the red is done. I'll do the green. And these really don't take a lot of supplies to make these. Oops. So again, we're just going to feed this down. And usually the mesh tubing comes in so many different colors. So you have so much variety and options. So you could do these all throughout the year for different seasons and things. It doesn't have to just be Christmas. And if you subscribe to my channel, you'll see I made some other fun little picks with the mesh tubing as well. All right, so now that we have all of our pieces here, we're going to take a piece or a 18 gauge wire. So this is an 18 gauge wire I got from Amazon, floral wire. And all you're going to do is you're just going to fold this in half, and then you're going to pinch the two bottom pieces here. Then you're going to take your wire. I usually do this in bunches, but because this might be your first time making them, I'm just going to pinch it, and then I'm going to put my floral wire right there at the bottom. Then I'm going to take some floral tape here. And then we're going to just wrap that wire right at the bottom of our petal here. And when I go to wrap it, I'm going to make sure I kind of give a little bit of a tug on that floral tape, because that's what's going to activate it. Otherwise, if you don't, it's not going to get sticky. So you might think something's wrong with your floral tape. And it could be that it's just not good floral tape. Some floral tape is very sticky. Hobby Lobby's is one of those that you probably don't really want to deal with. So now you have your first petal. Then you're just going to come on with your second one. And then we're just going to continue to do this all the way around. So it's kind of like I'm just going to have this one meet right next to it. Again, take some floral tape. And we're going to just wrap it. And so we're going to do that with all of them. And you also can adjust how many petals you want on your flower. I just wanted to have 6 petals. I like that. So we're going to come with our green again. Right next to our red. Now a red. And see, like, don't worry that they're all kind of doing that, because of the wire in the pipe cleaners, you're going to be able to like open up your flower. So don't worry about them kind of looking like they're overlapping and stuff, because you'll be able to adjust them because of that pipe cleaner in the center of your tubing, which is why I like having the thicker, stronger pipe cleaner in the middle there than just one by itself. So twisting it together gives it a little more strength, so then you're going to be able to have more control over your petals. So now we'll come with our green and then our red, and then we will be finished. And then we'll just put our center in. Now when you do it a lot of times, like how I can wrap like all of them kind of on at one time. I typically do about 3 and then 3, so it goes a little faster for me, but when you're just starting off, I would suggest just doing 1 petal at a time, just for your sanity. Now we'll finish off with the red here. Make sure we put that in between those 2 green. And then we'll put a center in our flower here. And that one is just a pom-pom ball. You can get that at like a craft store or Amazon. So now we're just gonna open them up, all of our petals, just like that. So this is what the flower looks like. And I'm gonna actually cut this wire. I didn't want it this long. You might want it this long. That's up to you, but I don't really want my flower that long. So I'm just gonna cut that stem. And then all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually use it for my pom-pom center here. So I'm just going to put some glue here. And you can always add more if you want. You could put a bell in the center. A bell would be really cute because everybody loves when things jingle. I'm just gonna kind of come around here, try to see which way I could find like a space, kind of push it right inside of the middle there. just like that. And then I'm going to take my floral tape right along the side so I can attach that wire to my stem. And I'm going to actually use a long piece of floral tape because I want to make sure I tape all the way down the stem just to finish it off so it looks more like a stem. So just like that. And then you're finished, and that's it. So you can, like, if you really wanted to leave that, like make huge ones, you could do the 20-inch ones, but like I would still suggest to wrap 2 of them together to make them a little stronger. But these are a pretty good size, and these will really show up on your tree and in your wreath, garlands, whatever it is you have. So I hope you guys enjoy that, and make sure you like and subscribe to my page if you like what you see, and we'll continue to keep having some more fun content for you. All right, bye.